All right, you guys, welcome to Saturday. How are you? I hope everybody's doing great. This coming week, I am going to be posting the readings for October. I'm leaning into astrology more and more every month, as you can probably notice. Yesterday, I put up a reading and astrology kind of big picture look at October. So if you haven't seen that yet, I'll drop a link below. I talk through some of the biggest things happening in October, and the reading adds interest to it. I feel like the reading really supported what I was saying, so that's kind of interesting. And let's see where we're going today. This is a full zodiac reading, so I recommend that you watch my readings aligned with your rising sign first and then go to your sun sign, because that's how I am looking at things. So the intentionality matters there. And your rising sign is who you portray yourself to be with other people, how other people see you. But it's also the ascendant is really an important part of your birth chart. I am starting to teach a major astrology workshop starting in October and into November. So if you want to jump onto that, there's a link below. I am going to be kicking it off with 3 live sessions talking about the astrology of 2026. So you can find all those links below. So let's get cracking. We're going to start with Libra. We're going to go all the way around to Virgo. And then at the end, I'll pull cards for everybody watching. Fair enough? Okay. All right. Libra, what's going on with you, my darlings? Wow. Past life. Right out the gate. Right out of the gate. Major deal here. Some kind of karmic experience that you've been having recently. Have you thought about this as past life? I feel like these are past life contracts that are coming due or closing up right now. Underneath is the Star card, and I am seeing the Ten of Swords, so I'm going to take that. You're showing up as the Ace of Cups. New beginnings. Possibilities. Boy, have you healed from this. These past life contracts are part and parcel of getting you to the healing of that betrayal. All of these past life contracts that you have been experiencing, look at everything. I don't know, maybe that's happened this year as like a closing up, right? 8 of Swords. I don't think you see this Ace of Cups coming. 3 of Cups. 9 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, and the outcome is the Knight of Wands. So there's definitely, I see some Aquarius, I see Sagittarius energy here. There's a new person coming online as you're closing up these old contracts. 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. There could be people leaving your life. With this 3 of Cups, this is the opportunity. I feel like you also have an opportunity to celebrate this new person. Knight of Wands. Hang on one second. Let me ask about this Knight of Wands. Who's this? This can also be you kind of expanding your worldview. That's Sagittarius energy. Hanged Man, the Fool, the Justice card, and the 10 of Pentacles. So you're looking at your life path differently. I feel like now it's going to be easier for you to move forward. You're offloading all of this codependent kind of stuff. You're offloading a way of looking at the world that kept you too small. You're offloading that. I feel like this says to me that you're ready. The past life contracts are going away, are closing up, are moving on. And you, 9 of Pentacles, this is about being very... even though all of this stuff is kind of closing up and moving on, it feels like you're very happy and stable. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Not seeing the 9 of Swords. I am seeing the 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords is about a closed mindset, and that's also going away. So Libra, and your card is here. So this is about you stepping into a lot of abundance, much greater abundance than maybe you've had to date. This is really about seeing things from a new angle, the Hanged Man and then the Fool, seeing the new path from a new angle. So Spirit is saying to you to open up your eyes, open up your mindset, let go of an old identity. You might have identified, or other people may have given you the sense that you're not expansive, dynamic, loving, kind, generous. They may have given you a really small mindset or a really small kind of frame for how to look at who you are. I feel like you've healed that. You're stepping out of this into some kind of greater abundance, greater life, really closing up these past life contracts. Happy birthday, Libra. Tower, Two of Pentacles, the Empress card, and the Three of Swords. Yeah, there are definitely going to be people leaving your life. And, you know, this is you too. This is Taurus and Libra. So there's a sense with Venus that you're embracing, even though there are some losses or some letting go or some closing up, it's, you see it as a very positive thing because this is no bueno. Okay. Your old mindset was given to you by people who wanted you to stay small. And maybe the people you've had around you also wanted you to stay small. And so that is over. That's over, Libra. How other people are seeing you is different than your mindset of who you are or what you're capable of. And that is changing. And that's going to help you shift your manifestations. You can only manifest to the degree or to the frame that you have about yourself. If you think you're bad with money, then you're going to be bad with money. If you think you're not lovable, then you're not attracting love. That old framework, out it goes. All right. Sky's the limit, Libra. Sky is the limit. I like it a lot. All right, let's move on to Scorpio. We got Mars moving into Scorpio. Mercury's moving into Scorpio. Going to be moving into Scorpio in October. Here's the home card. We have Jupiter in Cancer. And Mars in Scorpio is a beautiful water trine. We're going to have more of that. You can take a look at that reading I did yesterday, and you can hear me talk about that more, about the water energy. Mars loves being in Scorpio. It is its domicile. It's a historical ruler. Jupiter loves being in Cancer. So there's just something here about expanding based on your feelings, based on what you really find nurturing. The home card here. I mean, Scorpio, some of you might be moving, physically moving. All right, because Mars is action. Knight of Pentacles. I got this Ace of Cups again down here. Knight of Pentacles. There's the Five of Wands. So what are you resisting, Scorpio? Ace of Wands. Hanged Man. I feel like you're really resisting some new idea or maybe a business idea, because it's going to be a lot of work, resisting a business idea of some kind. Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the outcome is the Two of Wands. I feel like you have a mindset that says, I need the money before I go down this road with a business idea, but the business idea is going to bring in the money. So if you are really, you got it backwards. I feel like you got it backwards. You got to surrender this old mindset. And the idea that's coming in is going to require you to get some funding. Okay. But don't resist the idea. Having the idea is the thing that's going to attract the King of Pentacles. And in fact, you may be the King of Pentacles, but right now I see you as the Knight of Pentacles. So there's some kind of big idea coming in that is going to move you in the direction of a lot of money. There could be somebody from your past that might give you the money for this. Taurus energy, Taurus, Virgo energy. The Two of Wands is describing how you're making the decision to move forward. So Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, there's the Knight of Wands. Got Sagittarius energy, very intuitive energy with the High Priestess, the Two of Swords, and the Page of Wands. I feel like there's somebody, maybe from your past, who you're trying to resist. They're the ones who have given you the idea, or they're the ones who have helped you with the idea. I feel like you're trying to resist them because it's them. Like it's like you don't want that person involved, or I want to do it my way, or I don't want it to seem like it comes from somebody else, or I'm just resisting this other person. Could be a Cancerian or a Sagittarian. And I feel like that person has some real sense of what it's going to take for you to get off the dime here and start this business. And like you're resisting their advice. You're resisting their advice for some reason. You're resisting the idea, resisting their advice. Why is that? Six of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Queen of Swords. I just feel like there's something about you want this to be your own. So I don't think this person is a business partner. I don't. But I think this person is, I feel like you're resisting your own intuition on doing this business idea because maybe somebody else mentioned it to you, or somebody else is kind of saying, hey, you should do this. And you're like, I do it when I want to do it. And there's just a sense, a little bit of stubbornness here, Scorpio, that I feel like is getting in your way. There's a little bit of stubbornness getting in your way. Okay, so just FYI about that. All right, that is for Scorpio. That is for Scorpio. Now, Saggies, what's going on with you? Courage. All right, the Leo card coming out. Courageous energy there. I love it. What is going on? What is going on for Sag? So fire sign energy. Fire sign energy. Next year is going to be a big year for fire. We're going to have the Jupiter-Saturn trine is going to be in fire signs. Saturn in Aries and Jupiter in Leo. So there's going to be a nice trine there. That's in the summer. All right, that might not have anything to do with this reading, but let's see. Courage. That's Leo time. Okay, underneath is the Seven of Swords, the Tower, and the Ace of Pentacles. You've been believing something incorrectly. Could be people talking about you behind your back. Okay, and I feel like you're blowing that up. Ten of Swords. Yeah, somebody is talking about you behind your back. Ten of Swords, the Hermit. I kind of don't mind this because you see the sun coming up. So it's like, that's over. This treachery is over. Empress. Beautiful energy. The Hierophant, the Knight of Wands. Boy, the Knight of Wands is showing up, isn't it? That's Sag energy. Ten of Cups, and the outcome is the Ace of Swords. Wow. We got the Archangel Michael is, look at you. There's somebody could be Virgo energy, Virgo or Taurus, talking about you behind your back. That's getting blown up. Talking about you behind your back or lying about you or something like that. That is getting blown up. There's a new beginning. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. I really like this. Like you're done. Okay, so this could be someone in your life has told you a lie about who you are. You're blowing that up. That's what I talked about in Pathfinders, that your identity is changing over the course of these next few months. Who am I becoming? Who do I want to become? I'm getting rid of those old stories that someone else told about me or wanted me to think I was small. It was a betrayal. These people really manipulated me or something like that. And so now I feel like there's a new commitment coming in here too. Ten of Cups, Hierophant, Taurus, Sag, Libra, Virgo. Okay, maybe another Sag. Is this person coming in? King of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Wands, another ace, and the Sun card. You do not need anybody, Sag. Okay, I feel like you're This can be about some you becoming the King of Pentacles, some kind of these people really did you a disservice. This person or these people. Now, this could be an ex, a spouse that was keeping you small. This could be family that was keeping you small, talking about you behind your back, lying. That's going to get blown up. Okay. So I feel like you should know that. I don't know that you'll see this because you're already done, right? 10 of Swords. I'm already done with them. And I'm getting the wisdom from it, the Virgo energy of the Hermit. I'm getting the wisdom from it. And so now I'm going to move into my new life, Ace of Swords, with a new courageous sort of outlook, going towards the sun and the Ace of Swords. I love it. And I'm really putting down, I don't need to be codependent with those people anymore to, sort of placate them or take care of them in any way, shape, or form, because now I'm the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, baby. Free as a bird. Free as a freaking bird. I love this, Sag. You are really going in such a beautiful direction here. With the help of Archangel Michael, I think you should ask for protection because that Seven of Swords and the Tower card going in a good direction here. Really beautiful direction. You get a real strong sense of who you are. And you see that, that's the betrayal, that these people have kept you small, or this person has kept you small. Like I said, it could be an ex, or it could be a family, like maybe you're the scapegoat or the black sheep of the family or something. And now you're really seeing this is what they were terrified of. You becoming big and powerful and dynamic and rich. Lots of pentacles in that reading. Okay, so let's keep going here. That was Sag. What about Capricorn? Nature spirits, Capricorn, nature spirits. What's happening for my Capricorns? What is happening? All right, Capricorn, what's going on for you, my darling? Okay, underneath is Justice. This is the Libra card. We've got the Fool. I'm going to take that and the Hanged Man. Okay. You're showing up as the Two of Pentacles. It could go either way here. Could go either way. Three of Swords. Wow. Opportunity. 10 of Swords. Some of you are stepping away from a current situation that you know is already dead. Something you know is already over for you. And I feel like you've just been standing there. Maybe you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, or you don't want to tell them that it's already over for you. Something like that. 9 of Wands, the Page of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Sun outcome. Okay. Okay. Capricorn, you're going to need to rip the Band-Aid off because it is already done. Something is already done. And you're just hanging on to it with this 9 of Wands. So I feel like this Page of Wands, like getting excited about something new is the thing that's going to help you move away from whatever's over for you. You're going to need to see your path in a new light. You're going to need to see it as more balanced, or bring more balance to your life. The thing that's over is over because you've had not a lot of balance in your life. That's the reason it's over, is that there was way too much attention to it or not any attention to it at all. And the new thing is going to be much more balanced. The Page of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. It's like, get excited about this new thing. Now, this could be a collaboration with another person, Leo, Libra, okay, a collaboration with another person, and you might need to be teaching, or you might need to be the one learning, okay, because you're showing up as the Sun in the outcome. Either way, this is, the Fool and the Sun, like this is a brand new path for you. This path you're on, boy, if you hung on to it way, like too long, maybe 2 years too long, at least, it's time to let it go. Now, this nature spirits, I almost feel like there's something about that you're coming in from the cold, or you're coming in, because this is about building something. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, the Lover's card, the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're building something new. There's definitely a new partnership here. Boy, I feel like you've, the nature part of this is like following your own intuition. It's time to follow that intuition. All right, Capricorn, it's time to follow it. Follow it. Right down this new path. Okay, because it does look like a happy ending here, boy, with this Ten of Swords. I do feel a little bit like Capricorn, that when you tell somebody it's over, or when you end the thing, I feel like you're worried about the backlash of that. And I don't think you're wrong about that necessarily, but I think it's already done. There's nothing, you're hanging on is not helping that other person or that business or anything like that. It really is time to go. Time to go. All right. Nature spirits. All right, Aquarius. What about you, my darling? Woo! Jealousy. What's that about? Somebody's looking at you, you're looking at somebody. There's a sense of like, I want what I don't have, or I want what I can't have. Some of you have people staring at you with jealousy, that you have what other people want or what somebody else wants. Three of Cups underneath. Seven of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Okay. So other people want what you have. They don't see the hard work that goes into things. They think you have it way too easy or something. Yeah. Five of Cups, the Strength card, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Cups outcome. I feel like you have been kind of creating this idea for people. The Seven of Swords is like a lie, right? You're showing up as the Seven of Swords. So it's not that you're showing up as a lie. It's just that you're kind of like recognizing that what you have and what you want is going to take some time to build. Maybe you're jealous that other people seem to be able to do it much more quickly than you. There's definitely something that's been trying to be built for a long time, and you're about to step into it. You're about to step into this new opportunity, the Strength card and the Nine of Cups. So you're getting what you want. Other people will celebrate you. You might think that, I don't know, there's something, this jealousy thing is really, I almost feel like it's you want what somebody else has, or you are jealous that somebody else is making it look easy. You may be making it look easy to other people, and they're jealous of you. Take it how it resonates, okay? Tell me more about the jealousy thing here. Because you're definitely getting what you want. Nine of Cups and Ten of Cups, that's a really good thing. The Seven of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Emperor, and the Hanged Man. So you're essentially have been your own worst enemy for a little while now. Doing things and saying things that have been based in jealousy or anger or rage. And it's really time to step out of that. It's time to step into your new identity, your new life. It's time to leave behind this group of people, or this, I don't know, whatever this is, this sense of other people being jealous of you or you being jealous of other people. Like, it's time to leave this behind, right? I feel like you're letting go of a lot of people, but you're really stepping into something great for yourself. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. It just seems to me that it's going to take some courage to let go of an old lie. Why? An old lie you've been telling yourself that you can't have really what other people have, or you can't have what you want, is a lie. Okay? Because you're going to have what you want. But you're going to have to let go of that lie. You can't make that your identity. That everybody else gets what they want. You know, I'm going to go eat worms. Like everybody gets what they want. Why can't I get what I want? That needs to stop. Stop doing that. Okay? I feel like by the time we get into February, like at the end of this winter, I just feel like you're going to be stepping into this 9 and 10 of cups. And this fall will be a lot about you stepping out of that old lie. Yeah, the World card, there's the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Judgment card. The universe is saying, hey, wake up. You have a lot more opportunities than you're allowing. Some of you are holding on to some old ideas that are now, maybe they weren't when you first had them or you first embraced them, but the things you were espousing are now not true anymore. I can't have what I want. It's not true anymore. Okay? It's time to move on from these old ways of thinking and stop embracing that and move on from this jealousy thing. If you have other people in your life who are jealous of you, it's time to move on from them. Okay? You know who you are. All right. Let's do this. Pisces. Pisces. Ah, relief. That's lovely. Okay. Relief. What is going on for you, Pisces? Woo! Saturn's in your sign. Neptune's coming back into your sign. It's sort of like a reprise, you know, like in a musical theater where they do a song in the beginning and then later on in the musical, there's a little reprise of that song, like after the story has changed or the things have moved into a new place. Then there's a reprise of this, or this is the pivotal moment when something's going to change. That's what I feel like it is for you. Moon. Underneath is the Moon card. That's Cancer. We have Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Uranus. They're not close in degree, though they're going to be getting closer in degree because Jupiter is going to go retrograde. And there's a nice water energy in October into November. There's going to be a grand water trine. So there's something here of an opportunity to kind of sing your song. You see, I've never noticed this before in this Moon card. You see all the music. There's an opportunity. Oh boy, wasn't I just talking about the reprise? Something about music. The Hermit, the Sagittarian energy of Temperance, Knight of Wands, more Sagittarian, Virgo, Sag. So all the mutable signs, not all the mutable, but Virgo, Sag, and you, Pisces. So what we're missing is Gemini here, the air sign, 7 of Wands. There's Aries, the Knight of Swords, and the Devil card. So some of you are stepping out of a way of being so you can sing your own song, taking action, standing up for yourself, taking action. I feel like some of you have some things to say, especially to a Sagittarius, a Virgo, an Aries, or a Capricornian. You got some things to say. There's some anger here about somebody trying to control things, feeling controlled by money, feeling like you're unable to control your own money or have your own money. Sun, 9 of Swords, 3 of Cups, and the Hierophant. This card did come out in reverse. I'm just going to tell you. Like, it feels like you're looking to other people too much. You've got to sing your own song. Some of you have a lot of creative talent that isn't being utilized because you're being told that you'll never make any money at it. And I feel like that's I got Taurus here, Capricorn, Virgo, all the earth signs. So somebody who's very traditional is telling you you can't do what you want to do. See all the people around you kind of like, and telling you that you don't have the talent, you don't have the capability. And I just feel like the full moon in Aries may be helping you. The full moon in Aries. Oh, yeah. Queen of Pentacles, the Lover's card, the Six of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. There's your creativity. I feel like you have somebody who is who could be a benefactor or could be you shifting it when you lean into your creativity, whatever it is. Doesn't have to be singing on the stage or anything like that. But this is about like singing your own song, doing your own thing. Very uniquely you, your identity. Who are you becoming? Who are you wanting to create? And what is making you happy? I feel like other people are trying to make you feel bad. Again, this is like keeping you small, trying to keep you small. There's somebody who's keeping score. Some of you are also being made to feel bad about a younger partner. That might just be for a few of you. That if anybody is trying to make you feel self-conscious about having a younger business partner or a younger love partner, I feel like you need to tell them to go pound sand. I feel like these people are trying to be very officious or trying to be very, this is how you're supposed to do it, right? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, especially that Taurus energy. We've got Taurus, we've got Uranus in Gemini right now. That's the Gemini missing link there. And Uranus is going to be moving back into Taurus. So there's going to be a sense this fall of like trying to embrace the things that used to make you feel safe, but it's not going to be your future. It won't be your future self. It's time to let go of those old things, especially people who are trying to make you feel bad about your own creativity or joy, especially joy and love. All right, we're moving on from those people. All right, Aries, what about for you? Knowledge. What is happening for my Aries? Knowledge, please. All of these readings are Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, but I recommend you watch your rising sign first. All right, that's just my intention. All right, that's how I do these readings and how I look at them. The sun sign will likely resonate too. Moon and Venus might be less strong. All right, Aries. What is happening for you? The Queen of Pentacles underneath. Oh, I like this. I'm taking the Empress. That feels very like I'm taking good care of myself. I'm doing the things that are good for me. This is Venus energy. Got a lot of Venus coming up. Venus is in Virgo right now, but Venus is going to be moving into mid-October, into Libra, where it's very happy. Okay, Queen of Wands, creativity. That is fixed fire, Leo. Fixed earth, Taurus, Libra. Knight of Swords. Here comes the mutable air. Here comes Gemini. The Ace of Pentacles. Gemini is about knowledge. It's about something you need to learn. You're very creative here, very expressive, but there's something you need to learn in order to take advantage of a new opportunity. You might need to learn a skill. Maybe you need to learn about how to handle money. Maybe you need to learn about the worth and value, your worth and value. Might be have to learn that. Queen of Cups. Look at all this Queen energy. Wow. Page of Wands, Page of Swords, outcome is the Star. So Aquarian energy of healing. Some of you need to take a class, possibly to become an energy healer. Aries, I feel like this is something that's been on your heart for a while. Been worried about the money. Been worried about how the money will work. I feel like you need to learn about that. Okay. So I teach a business class, spiritual business class, and it has to do with people who are wanting to open a spiritual business. And one of the things that I find to be very common in the spiritual community is that people have a really hard time understanding, or not understanding, but just charging money for their skills. And I feel like you got to get your head around that. All right. That's something that's really important because you're needed as a healer. What is this opportunity coming in? Four of Cups in reverse. Things are coming in fast. Four of Cups in reverse is we're done with the sluggish kind of energy. Knight of Swords here. Oopsie. Am I doing this? I'm doing this. Okay. The Eight of Wands. Things are moving fast. King of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. Okay. This definitely has to do with money. And there's something here about legalities too. Needing to create a contract, create an LLC, because I feel like this is going to move very fast. You're going to have an opportunity. So start learning these things now. If you are stepping into being a healer, what do I need to learn? Do I need to take some energy healing classes or energy clearing classes? Do I need to talk to an accountant? Do I need to talk to a lawyer? What do I need to do that turns this into an actual financially survivable, foundational business? Not a hobby, a business. You need to know how you charge, how people pay you. How many times have you, and this has happened a lot to me, that I would really want this energy healer I want a session with this energy healer. Oh, well, I don't know how you can pay me. I don't know, Venmo, maybe. I'm not sure how much I'll charge. I'll just let you know. Or it's just going to be, kind of a gratis, right? Let's just do it gratis first. Let's just do it, we'll do it in trade. No, Aries. No. Hierophant, Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. So you're going to be stepping into making a lot of money, or the opportunity to do that. And I just feel like you've been investing time and energy maybe in the wrong thing. If you've been investing time and energy doodling your logo for the last 3 months, nope. I need you to get really clear on the business, because people are going to come to you and they're going to need your help. And yes, is the logo important? It's not unimportant, but it's not the only important thing. Okay. Okay. That's for Aries. All right. Taurus, what's going on for you? The key, talisman. All right. There's a key to unlock a door, the key to your heart. There's something that is going to show up for you. That's the key to everything. The key to everything. Like the key to the city, right? Like the key to the city. All I can think about is there was a Red Sox player who stole a base in the 2004 ALCS, Dave Roberts. And that was the key to the Red Sox coming back, beating the Yankees, beat the Yankees in the ALCS, and they won the World Series. And so you can really drive it back to that one moment. I know, Taurus, I'm sorry, but I just got this image of Dave Roberts, of like, that guy will never have to buy a beer again in Boston, right? Like, never have to buy a beer again. He will go anywhere he goes. People will be like, hey, Dave Roberts. Okay. So underneath is the Page of Cups. That might have nothing to do with you. I might be channeling somebody who's a Red Sox fan that you know, or 2004 was an important time. I don't know. Let's just see where the reading goes. The Page of Cups underneath. This is the past, the Six of Cups. Four of Swords, the key. Like Dave Roberts got the key to the city. Four of Swords, awakening. King of Pentacles. Six of Swords, Hierophant, Six of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. Look at this. I'm struck by this. Look at how many in this reading have their arms outstretched. The Four of Wands has their arms outstretched on her knees. The Awakening Her arms are outstretched. The King of Pentacles, arms outstretched in a different way than the Two of Pentacles, arms are outstretched. Look at this. All of their arms are outstretched. So there's something here, and he's got a key in his hand. There's something here that you're needing to welcome in with open arms. You might be having some kind of spiritual awakening, and it's time to allow it to come in. Welcome it in with open arms. Welcome it tangibly with the King of Pentacles, the Pentacles. Hierophant is your card of Taurus. Six of Wands, Six of Swords. Swords is ideas. Wands is inspiration. Six of Cups. Wow. Sixes are about choices. You have a new opportunity for another level of awakening, Taurus, or maybe the initial part of your spiritual awakening. I am saying, like, you're watching this reading, so you're probably already spiritually awakened, but you have another level coming in, and I feel like you need to open your arms to it or embrace it. Embrace the key. More arms outstretched. Queen of Wands. The Lover's card. There's the six, another six. Ooh. Five of Swords and the, okay, that's why. So there's something happened in the past that still is outstanding. Not in a good way, but there's something you're expecting an apology for. Someone manipulated you, someone who was very toxic for you. It's time, and I feel like that has made you be like this. You're not allowing anything in. Because of that person, or because that person did not apologize, there was no accountability. The key to your future is opening your arms. Stop with this closing off. Okay? It's really time to open your arms. And some of you could have, Taurus, some of you could be stepping into being the King of Pentacles. I feel like a few of you, okay. I feel like a few of you haven't wanted to have the responsibility of money on your own, but that's the key. Some of you have wanted another person to have all the responsibility for money, or at least bringing in new money. You might be responsible for managing money, but you're going to be responsible now for bringing in new money. It's time to open your arms to that possibility. Awakening on the bottom. Okay. That's for Taurus. Now, let's see here. For Gemini, let's use this. Gemini, transmute. Take all the darkness that's going on in your life and turn it into gold, my friend. A lot of times our wounds or our darkest moments in our lives really become the thing that brings us into a new chapter. It can be you teaching other people how you got through where you are right now. How did I get through that period of time? How did I heal? Star. Dealing with an Aquarius or a Sagittarius, Gemini. Okay, dealing with an Aquarius or a Sag. Hi, Char. Queen of Cups underneath. Three of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Page of Wands. I feel like you're standing in place here a little bit. You don't see the new opportunity, but you're going to be inspired. Okay, being inspired very soon. Eight of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, Five of Wands, and the Six of Cups. So there's some kind of collaboration that may be coming to an end because of a fight or a conflict, some kind of conflict. And it's because of a mindset. The Eight of Swords, you're needing to change some kind of mindset that you have. You're needing to change it because there's a new opportunities coming in for really good things. And if there is some kind of conflict, I almost feel like the Six of Cups, there's a person who's a water sign. A person who's a water sign. Hold on, Charlie. Four of Wands. Hierophant. Water sign, Taurus. Ace of Cups. There's a new partner. Oh, yeah. There's a new partner coming in. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. I feel like you don't know why you're having this conflict with this person, but they need to get out of your way. They need to get out of your way. Water sign or Taurus coming in. I feel like this has to do with love. So you might be spending too much time working. It's time to move into a love partnership for yourself. Gemini, I like this. Isn't that gorgeous? Moving into a love partnership. Now, wait a second before I move on here. Hold on, Charlie. Moving into a love partnership. Seven of Cups, the Lovers. There's your card. The Strength card and the Five of Cups. There's definitely like a changing of the guard here. All right. There's somebody leaving your life and there's somebody new coming in your life. I feel like by the time we get to Leo next year, between Taurus and Leo, this is going to really be fully in fuego as it is. And there's a sense of an old life that really has now been put in the rearview mirror. Interesting, Gemini. Okay, Gemini, that's for you. All right, let's move on to Cancerian now. Cancerian, we need to do Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. I started out with Libra. Okay, so Cancerians, this is a shift card. It's also a number 9 card. There's a shift coming, Cancer, or there has been a shift that you're experiencing right now. Let's see what the cards have to say. Five of Cups, some kind of loss, some kind of ending. There's the Judgment card. So this might have been something quite sudden. Seems sudden to somebody, but it's not sudden. All right. Seems sudden to someone. King of Swords, not to you. The Hierophant, dealing with a Taurus. Cancerian, a Taurus or a Libra. Six of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Wow. 10 of Swords. Death. 7 of Wands. Okay, so I feel like you've hung on to a situation for a long time. And your change, this shift, may seem sudden to the other person, but it's not. You've been hanging on to this for a long time. I feel like it's because of children or because of some kind of idea that you've had since you were a kid. And the minute you get a new opportunity, you're out. Okay? The minute you get a new opportunity, you're done with this. Scorpio. So we have Mars. Mars is coming into Scorpio season. Scorpio season coming up. You're a water sign. There's a lot of energy, water energy at the end of 2025 that is going to help you understand the feelings or the way you've led your life up until now has not been taking into account what you really want. It's been, my parents think this, and my best friend thinks this, and the love partner I have thinks that. And I'm sort of like all over the place. I'm, looking externally for the truth of the world or my truth or something like that. Like, you've really got to go inside. You know that something has been done for a really long time and you just haven't acted on it, but now you are. The minute you get a new opportunity, you're done. 10 of Swords and the Death card. And I feel like you've been resisting this new opportunity, maybe from the past, for a long time. You've been resisting this. And here, I say the minute you get the opportunity, it's done. But I feel like you've been resisting allowing something to be done for a long time. Right? Like, the new opportunity hasn't really arrived. I just don't want the old thing to end. Like, I want them to overlap in some way. Eight of Swords, High Priestess, 3 of Pentacles, and the Sun. So you've been holding yourself back. You've been holding yourself away from this new opportunity for a long time. I don't want this new opportunity to come in because I know that means there's something else is done. And for whatever reason, I don't know why you don't want this other thing to be done. Maybe it does have to do with children. You don't want this other thing to be done, but you know it's done. King of Swords is very clear. Loss of money, Five of Pentacles, Page of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Four of Cups. Boy, stubborn. Cancerian. Have not wanted this to be over because of a change, a perceived change in financial standing. And the minute you get an opportunity that brings in new financial standing, woof, this is done. So it's kind of like you have a career path and you know it's over. But I'm not going to quit this job without another one. And that could be true of a relationship too. I'm not going to quit this relationship without another one. And there is somebody, or there are new opportunities coming in. And what's going to happen is, I feel like once the new opportunities come in, whether it's career or love, the other person or the people on the other side of this it's going to be like fast. They're going to be like, where did this come from? Okay. Because it's not that you haven't breathed a word about it. Like, they know you've been unhappy, or they know this hasn't been working for you, or something like that. And the minute you get a chance, you're taking it. The off-road, the off-ramp, you're taking it. Okay. Cancer. So just know that that's coming in. Within 10 days, 10 of Swords, within 10 days in October. Okay, that's Cancerian. Now, Leo, what's happening for my Leos? Lucky? Ooh, lucky you. Dealing with a Sag, maybe. Fire sign energy. Right? Fire sign energy. Next year, we have Jupiter and Saturn, Jupiter in your sign of Leo and Saturn in Aries. So that's like in the summer next year. So that's going to be, I don't know why I'm saying that to you, but that feels, because Jupiter is the ruling planet of Sagittarius. Jupiter's in Cancer right now. But Sagittarius is a fellow fire sign. So that might be, Jupiter in Cancer is exalted, by the way. So it's awesome. But Jupiter in Leo may be better for you. Underneath is the Two of Pentacles, the Devil card, the Sun. I love the Ten of Cups. We're taking that. So there's something that has been an addiction. Maybe you don't want to see it as an addiction, but it's been some kind of addiction. The Ten of Wands. Time to put it down. Six of Pentacles, Two of Swords. I'm dragging this with me. I don't want to get rid of, or I don't want to have to pay somebody off. I don't want to have to give anybody any money. I just want to, or I don't want to have to beg for money. I don't want to have to give money. I just want to let this dynamic go. There might have been some dynamic that has to do with money, or that for you it has to do with money. It may not on its face have to do with money, but for you, it is all about money. Okay, money, or, yeah, look at that. The Lover's card, the Three of Cups, the Strength card, and the Seven of Wands. I feel like you might be feeling like you have to, how you're looking. Okay, so how you're looking at it is that you're going to get screwed. And I don't think that's true. How you're looking at this is you're looking at what's happening right now through the lens of worst case scenario. And it's not that there's anything really wrong with that, but this is kind of like a little bit of a habit of yours to either bury your head in the sand and look at nothing, right? This is Two of Swords. So burying your head in the sand, not wanting to see any kind of conflict or challenge and wanting to, Sun, 10 of Cups, like I'm only looking to the bright side. Or you're kind of like, I don't want to deal with this because it's going to be painful. So I'm not going to do anything. I feel like you're resisting doing anything. All right. The 7 of Wands. It might be a while because I got Leo here too. Your Leo cards are showing up. Gemini. It might be a while before this resolves. And then I'm getting the timing card, though, is on the next holiday. We have Halloween coming up. In the States, Thanksgiving, whatever holidays you celebrate, it feels like there's going to be some courageous backlash that you're going to have to do in order to extricate yourself from this. You might have some kind of lucky charm or some kind of stroke of luck that what you thought was going to happen is not going to happen, but you're going to have to stand up for yourself and have some courage in order to have that not happen. Up until now, you're really just being kind of head in the sand here. I do feel like this works out for you, but I feel like you're going to have to stand up for yourself in order for that to be true. It can't just sort of fall out of the sky after you've been like, I don't want to look at this. Okay. So what's being asked of you right now is to resist. No, say this isn't working for me. This isn't going to help me. This isn't what I want. But you're going to have to say what you do want. Okay. And that might not be the hard part. The hard part might be the saying no. For others of you, the hard part is saying what you want. Like, I don't know what I want. I just know it's not this. Okay. So I feel like by the time we get to next Taurus to Leo time, everything's going to have worked out, but you're going to have to stand up for yourself in the meantime. All right. Virgo. And then I will read a card for everybody watching, or a couple cards. There's air sign. So Virgo, what's happening for you? We just had that second new moon in your sign, 29 degrees of Virgo. You might feel released from this last 30 days having been very challenging, or it might have been like a breeze to you. One or the other. I don't feel like there's any middle ground here. It could have felt a little up and down, let's just say, for the last 30 days. So you might have been on both sides of that. Okay. Yeah. Underneath is the 5 of Cups. I am going to take the Ace of Cups. That feels very hopeful to me, that you've had to let go of something to go toward a new opportunity. You've had to have some kind of loss. Here you are, the 9 of Cups. Yay! Happiness. Situation with the Sagittarius, Ace of Pentacles. Wow. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Yay, victory. So this, if you've been hemming and hawing over a loss, like, I want to do it, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. I'm here to tell you that the minute you do it, the minute you're done with this, lots of great stuff is happening. It's like, wow, why did I wait all this time? Why was I holding back? Success, Queen of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Wow. All right, so this feels very good to me. Oh, look at that, and the King of Wands. So some kind of justice is coming through. I'm just getting the energy of justice. That can be Libra time, in Libra time. Going to go toward a Leo Sag. Fast. Time to communicate. Time to communicate. 8 of Wands, Page of Wands, the Judgment card, and the Lovers card. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sag. Go toward this person. I almost feel like this might be like I needed to properly seem sad about this old thing ending. I couldn't really just run toward this new person. I didn't want to do that because I didn't want it to look bad. But Virgo, something closed up in this last month or so. And I feel like you've been holding yourself back from reaching out to this person, this air sign or Sag. Been holding yourself back. 10 of Cups. Been holding yourself back. It's time to reach out to them. It's time to take action. If you are still in the more, like, you gotta, it's almost like a proper mourning phase. You've got to have a proper time to have passed. Like, you can't sign the divorce papers and call up this ex or something like that. I don't know. All right, that's Virgo. So that's everybody. So let's now do a reading for everybody watching. I think I'm going to use this. A reading for everybody watching. All right, Charlie, here we go. A reading for everybody watching. All right, my love. Message in a bottle. Something coming your way. Come to the edge. Tick-tock. And observer. So this is something you've been waiting for. Okay. Whoever I'm connecting to, this is going to be a new kind of life. There's somebody reaching out to you. This is the future. Aquarius energy. And this has been a long time coming. The future energy, Aquarius. TikTok, come to the edge, your future. There's, oh my gosh, the star. More Aquarius energy. Page of Pentacles. The High Priestess. Trust your intuition. I feel like you're really learning to do that. It's good. Page of Swords, a message coming through. Two of Wands, big choices ahead. Five of Cups, the King of Wands and the Justice card. This could be a Leo, Aries, Sag, Cancer reaching out to you. Message in a bottle, that's the message. With a sense of like, hey, my past is over. You could be connecting to a Virgo, because this is the message I just got. That, you know, justice, things have balanced, things have come back into alignment. Nine of Wands, there's Virgo, Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Capricorn energy of the Devil. Somebody is getting free of a trap, being in a trap. Somebody is getting out of a bad situation. I feel like there's been some time for healing. And now there's all of a sudden this message in a bottle coming through. So get ready, because I feel like those of you who have been really aligning with, you know, who you're becoming and all the energies of what's happening right now, all the energies around, there's a grand air trine in October. We're moving into water as we go into Scorpio time. There's something about like having to go inward to really determine the plan forward. And it might take the rest of the year to sort of map out not just next year, but like who you're becoming. And I feel like there's some new information coming through now that you're doing healing work or you're healed from something. There's the right person is coming in. King of Wands, the right person is coming in. You know that you've been freed from a trap. Knight of Swords. You got some anger and rage. Six of Wands to overcome. There's the Chariot and the Six of Cups. Okay, so this is somebody from the past. You're really being asked to overcome and do some healing work around your own anger or rage as you put to bed an old chapter. This is really a time of healing, a very strong time of healing. And pay attention, heads up. Look for a message in a bottle. Look for someone to reach out to you. It's been a long time coming. It's about your future. All right, so pay attention. All right, everybody. That's for you. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.